Here's something nobody's really talking about. The smart glasses everybody knows, the ones with the famous sunglasses brand stamped on the side, are not actually the best pair you can buy if your #1 job is recording video. They're the most famous. That's a different thing, and once you see what some of these other companies are quietly putting on people's faces right now, the gap is bigger than you'd think. So today we're counting down 5 smart glasses you can wear that beat or seriously challenge the popular pair for one specific thing: getting good footage straight off your face, hands-free, no action cam strapped to your chest, no phone held up in front of your nose. Just look at the thing and it's recording. Some of these are cheaper, some of them are smarter, and one of them does something the famous pair simply can't do at all. But we'll get to that at number 1. Let's get into it. Number 5, the budget king, the OhO Sunshine Ultra 4K. Let's start with the one that does the thing the famous pair can't for a fraction of the money. The headline number here is true 4K capture, and that matters because the popular glasses top out lower than that. For pure resolution per dollar, nothing on this list comes close. These things cost a fraction of the price of the brand name pair and still pull more pixels. Now here's the honest take, because I'm not going to pretend this is a perfect device. The design is basic, they feel like a novelty next to the premium pairs, the low light performance falls apart the second the sun goes down, and the companion software is nothing special. But that's not the point. The point is, if you're a creator who just wants the sharpest possible daytime footage and you don't want to spend flagship money to get it, the value here is almost unfair. You're paying novelty prices for a resolution number the big brands charge a premium for. Think of it as the GoPro on a budget of the glasses world. Not the prettiest tool in the bag, but the one that punches so far above its price, it makes you question what you're paying for everywhere else. And that changes the math for a lot of people. Number 4, the creator's quiet pick, the RayNeo V3. This is the one I think flies under the radar the most. RayNeo built the V3 specifically with content creators in mind, and you can feel it in the spec sheet. You get a 12 megapixel Sony sensor, the IMX681, a name you'll actually recognize if you follow camera hardware, paired with 32 gigabytes of onboard storage and, crucially, electronic image stabilization baked in. That stabilization is the part nobody's talking about. Footage off your face is shaky by nature. Your head moves, you walk, you turn. And stabilization is the difference between footage you can post and footage that gives people motion sickness. The V3 records at well above standard HD with that smoothing applied, and it does it in a frame that's genuinely lightweight. Honest take, the resolution isn't 4K, so if you came here for the biggest number, this isn't it. But for the actual job of walking around and capturing usable, watchable, postable clips, the V3 is one of the most thought through pairs on this entire list. It's the one built by people who clearly asked, what does a creator actually need, instead of what number looks good on a box. Number 3, the featherweight all-day pair, the Rokid AI Glasses Style. These come in right around the $300 mark, and the thing reviewers keep coming back to is the weight, or rather, the lack of it. These are some of the lightest smart glasses you can put on, light enough to genuinely forget you're wearing them, which is the whole game for an everyday recording pair. The footage you never get is the footage from the glasses you left at home because they were heavy and annoying. The Rokid solved that by basically disappearing on your face. You get a camera, speakers, microphones, and a full AI assistant in a display-free frame that's been called one of the strongest direct rivals to the famous pair, at a lower price. They look like normal glasses, they weigh like normal glasses, and they record when you ask them to. Wait, you're watching right now but not subscribed to the channel? Go ahead and smash that subscribe button. You did? Great, thanks, it helps out a lot. Okay, honest take on the Rokids, this is not the pair you buy if you want the absolute highest video quality on the list. It's the pair you buy if you want the best everyday pair you'll actually wear constantly, that happens to record very respectable video. There's a real difference. And for a lot of people, that everyday wearability is worth more than a spec bump they'll rarely push. Number 2, the action machine, the Oakley Meta Vanguard. Now we step up. The Vanguard is built for one type of person above all others, the one who's moving. Cyclists, runners, snowboarders, anybody who used to strap an action cam to a helmet. It shoots 3K at 30 frames per second from a wide 12 megapixel ultra wide sensor. It's got an IP67 rating, so rain and sweat and a splash don't end the day, and it gets up to around 9 hours of battery in normal use. But here's what actually makes it special for video, and it's the thing nobody mentions in the spec checklists. Because the camera sits on your head, your body does the work an expensive gimbal does on a normal camera. Your neck and shoulders absorb the shock, the electronic stabilization cleans up the rest, and you end up with shockingly smooth footage even on a fast, bumpy descent. That's a genuinely hard problem that these mostly solve by sitting where they sit. Honest take, and it's a real one. Clips are capped at a few minutes each, the storage fills up fast, and you'll be offloading to your phone constantly, and at around $500, these are not cheap. They also film vertically, which is great for short form and limiting for everything else. But if your footage involves motion and weather, there is nothing on this list more capable of surviving the day and getting the shot. And number 1, the one that changes the whole conversation, the RayNeo X3 Pro. This is the most expensive pair here, and it's the most expensive for a reason. The X3 Pro pairs a 12 megapixel Sony sensor with a second camera for spatial tracking, runs a proper Qualcomm chip with real storage on board, and this is the part, it has an actual micro LED display built into the lenses. We're talking a bright full color display you can see even outdoors. So why does a display matter for a video glasses list? Because for the first time, you can see what you're shooting while you're shooting it. Every other pair on this list, including the famous one, you're aiming blind. You point your face and you hope. The X3 Pro can put a viewfinder, your framing, your prompts right in front of your eye while you record. You compose the shot like an actual camera operator instead of guessing and checking it later on your phone. Honest take, it's premium priced. The everyday video resolution sits around the same tier as the creator pick rather than blowing past it, and this is a do-everything AR computer, not a pure camera. You're paying for the platform, not just the lens, but the ability to frame your shot live, on your face, hands-free. That's not a small upgrade. That's a different way of shooting entirely, and once you've used it, going back to aiming blind feels genuinely ancient. So there's the list. The budget resolution king, the creator's quiet pick, the featherweight you'll actually wear, the action beast, and the premium pair that lets you see the shot before you take it. And here's the thing to sit with, not one of these is the pair everyone defaults to. The famous glasses are a great product, but most famous and best for your specific job almost never line up, and in video recording specifically, the gap is wider than the marketing would ever let on. So before you buy the obvious pair, ask yourself what you're actually trying to record, because the right answer for you is probably sitting somewhere on this list, and that changes everything.